VoiceBox Media Group. Welcome back. We are super excited with another episode of VoiceBox Radio.
Yes.
We are coming to you live as always from 610 East Landis Ave. Come check us out, see what we have at this time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We have some amazing guests today. We're super excited. We got Flying First Class Equestrian Center with us.
Bang, bang,
Remember I did that interview back in the summertime?
Mhm.
Well, guess what? They are here with us, and we're super excited to be doing their interview. We look forward to hearing what they have going on. But first, we had our 2-year anniversary.
Yes, 2
Brandon,
years.
how are you feeling?
Oh, it's our camera. I feel great. Honestly. This weekend was awesome. It felt good to network and be social with teammates, new teammates, teammates who've been here for a long time. And then also we had a lot of collaborators, partners, and potential teammates in the building too. So that was dope. It felt good. It felt like a nice way to start the year. And what do you think? How you feel?
Absolutely. I'm completely over the top. I think I'm still on the high of the experience that was had this weekend. Just evolving over 2 years. It felt long to us, but the work that we did made such an impact in our community that I couldn't be in awe more than I already am. I want to thank everyone who came out, who reached out, who had something nice to say about VoiceBox. We are super Excited to be your number one platform here in Cumberland County and expanding areas. We look forward to hear your passion, your purpose, what you're here for. This is the platform if you need one. Feel free to reach out to VMG. Message us. If you want to come in for an interview, feel free to come in for an interview. Message us, contact us. We want to hear your story.
Yes,
so what's going on? Let's get into our announcements.
We'll talk about the SneakerCon real quick too.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the SneakerCon.
Yesterday was Just Nice Sneaker and Trading Card Convention. We were privileged to, slide through there and see what they had going on. Shout out to Just Nice for inviting us out.
Absolutely.
And having the team on the scene. We're going to run an article on that later today or tomorrow. It was vibes. It was good to see. It was different seeing something like that going on here in Cumberland County, like right on Landis Avenue. Shout out to Violent Convention Center. We need more stuff like that. They also are booking. So like I said, us out here in Cumberland County, we should utilize the convention center a bit more for the events that we have, just because it's out here in our backyard. So it shouldn't be always, nothing against that, but it shouldn't be always people coming from outside and benefiting from something great that we have here. So
I've never actually myself been to a sneaker and trading card convention, but when I tell you the seriousness of this platform, they were all in. I mean, they're all in, just like I'm all in the radio station. They value what they do, and they bring valuable merchandise. So if you're into sneakers, if you're into trading cards, please reach out to Just Nice. We had a fabulous time.
And they donated. Just Nice and his crew, they donated a lot of clothing to our hoodie drive.
Absolutely. Shout out to Just Nice. We appreciate you guys. For sure. Hi, welcome in. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you're not doing anything, stay with us. We have Flying First Class Equestrian Center in the building. They have so many amazing things to go over. Let's get into our announcements.
Bang, bang. As always, we're still running the hoodie drive. We will be making the Drop the Cold Blue this week, because our office is full of trash bags and bins. So we need to get them out of there. So any hoodies, jackets, socks, and winter wear that you guys would like to donate, we are here, 610 East Landis Avenue, 3rd floor. Hoodies for the hopeful. We appreciate all the support and donations we be getting thus far. It feels good to give back, and I'm proud of my team for stepping up and helping with the promotion and then donating itself. A lot of our earlier donations came directly from teammates, so we appreciate that. Also have a business card for Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators. Shout out to my boy Sherman. They actually got booked out here in Cumberland County, so I think the Millville 4th of July show they'll be out here, and then
that's super cool.
In June they'll be at Bill's Barbecue. So we have wrestling coming to Cumberland County, and yes, some other announcements.
Okay. We got Beta artists, guys. Don't forget, if you need any henna, airbrush, or tattoo or face paint services, please feel to reach out to Beta Artist. She does temporary body art, henna, airbrush, and face paint. Her number is 215-349-0147. She does a lot of good work. Please reach out to her in the Cumberland, Gloucester, and surrounding areas if you need anyone for your party. Next we got Smokehouse Customs, our very own Nate Hill. I'm super excited. If you need any materials customized, please feel free to reach out to her. You can find her right here in the 610 building on the second floor.
Bang, bang, right? She's right downstairs, guys.
Also, you can find her IG and a lot of custom things that she has on smoke_house_customs.
Yes. She thrifts too. She does a lot of thrifting, so she has a lot of nice stuff for reasonable pricing. So
okay,
put that out there.
Absolutely. Next shout out is Brightside Wellness, Dr. Latia Pierce. If you watch our previous episodes,
it was a really good interview.
You will see it was an amazing.
It
was so uplifting. You will see Brightside Wellness taking care of your mental health will improve your quality of life. She pretty much did a study of Cumberland County and found that mental health was the number one problem before we could tackle any other problems with our population. If you need her, reach out to her, thebrightsidewellness.com, and you can find her at 22 West Landis Ave, Suite 103, right here in Byron. Okay. And last but not least, Just Jessie. Just Jessie, we love you, girl. Shout out to Just Jessie. Any cleaning services, guys, deep cleaning, weekly maintenance, home organization, post-construction. And if I have any people out there that either throw events, do nonprofits, feel free to hit Just Jessie up. She starts your event, sets it up, and then she also does the cleanup. How awesome is that for someone to offer that kind of service? Very smart. If you need to reach out to Just Jessie, 609-501-6907. That's our girl. If you can't reach her, reach out to us as always for her contact info. We appreciate you, Just Jessie.
Bang.
Bang, bang.
Are we getting into this interview?
Yes, we are.
We're getting into this interview. This is a good one. We're excited for the guests that we have here today. We've been networking with them for the past couple of months. We were introduced to them at the UEZ, the Bristol UEZ block party, where Zakia had the privilege of interviewing Sarah and her pony.
Yes.
Thank you for coming out. We have Flying First Class Equestrian Center. I feel like there's more to it.
There is. That's okay. There's more now.
I've never said equestrian so much.
Community outreach.
And community outreach center.
Yep.
We appreciate you guys for coming in. Let's start with just giving them an idea of exactly who you are and why you guys are here, what your mission is.
Okay. So we're Flying First Class Equestrian and Community Outreach Center. We are on Fox Road in Bridgeton, and we are setting up some really fun programs to reach our youth and our veterans and our first responders, to not only just be around the horses, but also our goats and our chickens and our koi pond. And a big part of that is our very large community garden that we started setting up with VoiceBox was out for as well.
Absolutely.
And starting to teach kids how to not only grow food in their own space, but also to take that food and make it and be able to cook in a farm to table program as well.
So the overall arching mission of Flying First Class Equestrian and Community Outreach Center is to make the kinds of animal assisted experiences that might not normally be easily reachable, to be accessible to anybody who either wants to participate or would benefit from participation. So, we're focusing on, at-risk youth and inner city youth and veterans and first responders. And, so we have a variety of programs that are geared towards helping and being focused on things that would contribute to that.
Was that always the vision, or
no? For years we were. We've been for 40 years. We've been in the equine business and horse shows. Formal training and hunter jumper and competing.
Which we still do.
But I think one of the frustrations that we always felt it being in that narrow segment is that it's inaccessible. You know, it's not particularly welcoming, and it's not something that, you know, just normal people can participate in. So we had this desire to, when we had the opportunity, which we now have with this property that we own, to be able to reach out further and let other people that normally wouldn't be exposed to that
Absolutely.
feel the joy of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so for us, it's very soul healing, because we get a chance to share all the benefits of that type of situation with more people.
Because our animals don't care who you are.
Absolutely. I think when I hit the property, I thought I was in a surreal place.
Yeah.
Honestly, especially the first time, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, it's so beautiful and magnificent, and the vibe there
Thank you.
gives such a healing feeling.
Just pulling
When
up.
you step foot on
You
the
feel
property.
better. Like,
Absolutely.
I feel kind of good.
Quiet and zen.
Yeah, for sure.
For real.
So I know you're growing to make it a community center and doing all these things. Can you give some examples of the services that you guys are offering
Sure.
during this time?
So our newest venture is our after school program.
Okay.
I am a teacher by trade, elementary school. So we are starting a program where kids can come after school, get a little help with homework, studying, whatever they need to do for a little bit, and then get to be on the farm and experience the animals. Some kids really like our chickens and love the idea of the eggs and just feeding them and being out there and holding them. And some love the horses or the goats, or just want to sit by the koi pond, which is frozen over solid right now. But whatever drives them, the garden, cooking, the animals, they then get to spend some time just kind of being on the farm and with the animals. And I feel like it's a great way to get out of the house and
Away from
outside
screens.
and experience something where maybe they'll go home tired afterwards and
I'm
feel
sure they will.
fulfilled
I
and
was
calm.
definitely tired. I was
Yeah.
definitely tired the many times I've came and helped you guys, and it was our honor. For anybody who doesn't know, who didn't see the video, we partner with Flying First Class.
Yeah,
I'm always tongue-tied.
That's okay. Flying first class is free.
class.
So yeah.
Jumpstart their garden.
FFC.
It was awesome.
Yep.
FFC.
FFC.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's good.
I feel like I got like 4 words. The first 4 words I got. So. Almost there.
So when you go in, if you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Flying First Class is super important in our community, and the things that in the new inventive ways that they're bringing therapy to our community, bringing school help to our community, and just overall having fun and giving the kids a different outlet. I believe when I was there, I was culture shocked. I don't know about anybody else. If you had the experience, I'm sure everyone's was pretty much the same. This beautiful atmosphere, this beautiful people, and not to mention every single person is so invested in what they do there, especially my girl Ashley. My girl Ashley's quiet in the building, but I want to give you the floor just to give you a chance to tell what it is you do there, how you feel about it, and your purpose.
Ashley's 13 and my daughter.
I what do I do?
What do you do?
I do the garden. I really enjoy the garden. I started the garden. I wanted to help and give to the community and not just waste that space that we have for just some like vegetables and fruit or whatever, or food. And I wanted to give back to the community and have people help and feed themselves and not just stay inside.
Absolutely. So she came to us. She's like, we want to do this garden. We want to clear all of this out, and we want to make this a community garden where people can come grow their own food, then take it to the table and make food for themselves and help their family survive from generations on generations. And we were super excited to partner with them.
Yeah,
We're like,
it was awesome.
yeah,
You
let's
guys
get
did a
it
lot of
out.
work. It was great.
It was an
I mean,
exciting day. It was.
Did a whole lot of wool.
I will say that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I will say we definitely used our strong arms on that. It was something where you kind of had to have the passion for it to help.
It's work.
It's
It's work.
It's real work,
Yeah, it was
but
real work.
it's well deserving,
Mhm.
right? To see the difference that we made in just a couple days' work of what we could do if it was around the clock care
Right,
for you
right.
guys.
And then in the springtime, when we get everything in the ground, and a
Absolutely.
few months later, and there's tomatoes and eggplants and squash
I'm
and
actually
corn,
so
and
proud. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see it. I'm like so proud.
It's gonna be
Even
exciting.
the squash that I took already.
That's right. Yeah.
We even ate it already. So
That's
shout out
great.
to you guys from the squash that we already had versus the things that we're going to do in the future. So definitely kudos
That's
to you. It's
great.
an honor to be here in your presence.
You know, Ashley is pretty humble about her contributions around the farm. I always say she's 13 going on 40. She's an old soul. When we first bought the property, I saw the greenhouse and what was there, and I said, okay, we could tear that down. You know,
No.
and she said, wait a second. And then she started experimenting and planting plants, and it just was like, it was like exploded for her. And she was like, this is something. And then she said, it's too big for me to take care of. Maybe we can figure out a way to share what could be done here. So the seed of that whole part of the property, came from her creativity and her desire to give back. She also has a way of interacting not only with the children that come to the farm, but also the adults. There's something about animals, and sometimes even especially horses, that are the great equalizer. There is no age on the farm.
Mhm.
The farm, everybody's the same, and
She came from the side and was like, I need you.
over here. She's buzzing. You were.
Yeah, no, seriously,
That was nice.
she's well at taking charge. She got the kids right together. So make a long story short, we brought a group of kids out to help assist us.
A big group. It was
so-
a big group.
So everyone knows about Mission VoiceBox. That is our nonprofit where we give back to the community. So that was a part of one of our initiatives. We brought a group of kids, family, mentors that we mentor, different people in the community that might have been interested. The church came out also. So it was really cool. We all got together, came out, and basically started chopping it down.
Yeah.
And in that midst of it, Ashley was actually in charge of this
She was.
particular project. So we had to take our orders from Ashley.
Yep.
Whatever she wanted, whatever her vision was, is what we wanted to make possible.
She sees it clear.
Did we accomplish it? At
Oh,
least?
We
good.
totally
Yeah.
did. Yeah, we
Okay.
totally did.
And
Okay.
we want everybody to watch our Facebook page, Flying First Class Equestrian and Community Outreach Center, and also our website, because now is the time when that part of the property is getting going again. So now is the time to start planting, and you can actually plant in this zone, which I learned from Ashley, starting the end of January. So
Oh, cool.
and
So now.
so
now.
basically, so we're going to have a garden planning and
Seed
pre-planting,
starting.
seed
Okay.
starting meeting at the farm, and
Okay.
we're looking forward to reaching out to anybody, and we would love to have our VoiceBox
Yes,
Our
I want to
VoiceBox
count us in, but
friends
Yeah.
our
coming in.
listeners, people
Yeah,
that are,
yeah.
Absolutely.
tapping in.
Guys, if you're looking to give back, if you're looking to do some farm work, look, if you have a busy schedule and you need a peace of mind, I guarantee
It's therapeutic.
It's
It really
open
is.
to the
come out
public.
Flying First
Yes.
Class,
Yeah.
see what they're about, all the things they offer. You don't only have to do farm work. You can visit the chickens. You can visit with the
Mhm.
goats. You can visit with the horses. They have plenty of things. My favorite is the koi pond, and
Mine
I'm super
too.
excited to get it restarted
I
and
like
back up
goats.
because that was one of my favorite pieces of it. But if you haven't already, please go to Flying First Class, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Go on their page, follow them, and keep up with the news of what's happening in your
Right, because
community.
the community garden is a very small part of what we're doing, and the community garden kind of evolved into a what we call a kitchen lab, which is we have chefs that want to come in and help teach the kids how to prepare food. Okay, so teach them how to chop, how to cook, different ways of cooking, how to have respect for the food, how to understand where it comes from. So that's part of this, and that's what the after school program and the farm to table program will do. But we also hold our own horse shows. We have summer camps. We do stuff for the veterans and first responders for relaxation and mindfulness. We have an indoor pool and a hot tub. So we try to make that available to organizations that want or need access to it. We could see, certain organizations teaching swimming lessons, at the farm.
It's a really nice pool too. That part of it,
it's pretty hard not to like it.
yeah,
It really is.
There's a stove in there.
There's a whole kitchen in there.
There's a kitchen.
There's a whole kitchen in
There's
there.
a kitchen in
It's
there.
actually where we're going to be doing a lot of our cooking. And I think we have a flyer on our Facebook page that Coach Jay made that gives a lot of information about our after school program
Absolutely, I
and
did
stuff.
see
So
that,
that's up
absolutely.
there.
Yeah, we got to give a shout out to Coach Jay. Coach Jay has done a lot of good work for us. You guys have worked with Coach Jay, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We actually
Yeah, we actually brought him to
the
you.
farm.
Oh,
That's right. Yeah, that was how we met him.
Right. That's
Yeah,
why
shout
he
out to
was
Coach
there.
Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Day. We love the work that you're doing. We love your inspiring perseverance every single day and everything that you do. And shout out to everything that you're gonna do.
Right, he's
Such a
going to
bright
be.
young
He
man.
is
He's
a very
talented.
smart young guy.
And we look forward to everything that he's
Yeah, we
doing.
have a lot of
Absolutely.
We have a lot of-
partners
Yeah, we
that
have,
have
there's a
been
lot of
helping.
people we need to mention.
Yeah.
The UEZ and Stephanie Gonzalez have been.
Always
Oh,
shout out
yeah.
to
Yeah.
Stephanie Gonzalez. We love you, girl.
Stephanie.
Everybody knows Stephanie.
And
Yeah.
Tony and Harlan of Games on the Go.
Yeah, we
and
just
And
talked
chemo.
about that.
If you
Yeah,
didn't tune in from our last episodes from 2 weeks ago, we interviewed Tony and also Harlan.
I saw it. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
super amazing, eye-opening, and inspiring for the work that they've been doing for so long.
They do. They do a lot of really
Sometimes
important
we're in
work.
here for a temporary time, but they've consisted the longevity of many generations
Right.
and decades. So we always find them powerful
Yep.
anytime we're in their
And we're
presence.
working on all kinds of projects with them as well. So there's definitely a synergy with the UEZ and also with Tony and Harlan and several other people, Hope Loft and
Mhm.
all of the people that are in that UEZ program in and around.
There are so
Bridgeton.
many. I don't know that I'd be able to
Yeah,
remember all of them, but they're
If we
everybody.
forget you, please
Yeah.
don't be.
Don't be
Absolutely.
offended.
Anything you want
And
to say
VoiceBox.
to our viewers?
Come check us
You got
out.
your shot today, huh?
We have horse shows coming up. Please come
Oh,
out to
there
the
you go.
farm.
There you go.
All of our dates are posted on our Facebook page, but our first one is March 15th. They are open. Anybody can come. There's no ticketing fee or anything. You just come on up and you can watch a whole bunch of our youth and adults compete in a
Area
fun
farms.
environment.
Mm.
We have Bridgeton Water Ice is usually out there. And I know that there's a new food truck coming out there. My son, who's not here, Max, he's 10. He's going to be selling hot dogs and nachos and stuff for
We
everybody.
encourage anybody who is in the crafting business or has a small business that could benefit from networking with people that might not know them. It's a great opportunity to set up a table free of charge, come and talk with all the people that come, because a lot of people
You guys have been there?
you've been there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys have been at the
Absolutely. I
horse
was gonna
shows?
say, I attended a horse show. I didn't know what I was looking at first, so I really had to do my research and see exactly what was happening. But I got so many good videos, and you know, one of my favorite things was the costumes.
Yep, that was
So I
our
can't wait to
Halloween
go to-
show.
Yeah, I can't wait to go to it next year because I'm a very festive person, so that was right up my alley for
Yep.
sure. But I love to see the diversity that you guys have there.
Right.
I never knew it was that many people invested.
Yeah.
It's a
and
lot.
that-
It's a lot.
Yeah, and that's a community I'm not vast. I have no knowledge in, so it's very intriguing to me. That's why I always keep saying I'm coming back. I'm
Yeah,
coming back.
everybody
I'm coming
brings
back.
their horses and
Mhm.
rides their horses. So there's different people and different animals on the property, and it's a great group of people that we have that come and compete with us.
It's growing all the time,
and
too.
It does.
Yeah, and the most important thing, one of the things that we took away from our 40 years, our first 35 or 40 years in the business, is that, it can be incredibly competitive and to the point where people are rooting against other people. And that is not something that we allow. So if there's anybody out there that would like to do some horse showing and is a little intimidated about it, bring your trainer, come to the farm and participate in the shows. It is a teamwork only. Everybody cheers for everybody. Everybody gets a ribbon. Everybody gets coaching and help. And it really, the atmosphere is very team oriented.
It doesn't. It also doesn't matter how
We
old
haven't
you
talked
are.
about Ashley yet.
You can be
Not
be
yet.
2 months old to like 75 years old. It does not matter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to coming out. At first, when I seen the horses, I was a little scared. But now that I've seen all those little kids, and I mean, they have little tinies,
tinies.
riding
Yep.
these horses. So I think I'm a little bit more powerful. I will say.
When you get there, they tell us like, "Oh, don't stand behind the horses."
No, that's.
And then I look up into the distance, and
yeah.
Ashley's running and jumping out behind.
It's like, what makes us any different? Like, I won't try with Ashley.
All the horse people
She's
say
a
that.
professional. Ashley, talk a little bit about your riding.
Yes.
How old was I when I started? I was two months old.
3 months old.
3 months old, and that was my first horse show. I was 3 months old.
It
Can't
took
get me
4
on
of
the
us
horse
to keep
now.
her on the horse, though.
I had a lot of helpers. But now I am training my baby horse. He's like 5. He's an off the track thoroughbred.
Beast.
He's pretty big. He's pretty big.
He's a big boy, guys. Go back and watch our video.
The brown one, the brown one.
Right
Brown.
He's like a red color.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's the one that walked up.
Walked up and said
You see
hello.
the video? I recorded the other horses, and by the time I turned this way, he's like right here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Dash.
My camera cut off real quick, like,
Even though
I have this one video, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that would be Dash. He was the one that was at the Stuff the Trucks event down in Bridgeton. If anybody was
Yeah.
down there, he was dressed up as
That's the close I've been to
Pony
so many
claws.
horses, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
Yeah.
like dogs. Our horses
They're
are like dogs. They
Yeah,
want to be in your
it's
space.
about training. Sarah and Ashley are both very skilled trainers, and they teach the horses to know how to behave in those kinds of environments. And horses are trainable.
yeah,
And
They're good. They're good.
yeah, and so we do a lot of off the racetrack rescues, because once a horse has been determined that they're not gonna win races, then they, generally they don't have a whole lot of use for them, and they are looking to get rid of them. So, and oftentimes they're very athletic and they're very good to be trained for other jobs. So part of what we do is teach them to be something else.
Ashley's baby Dash was in one race, and the gates opened, and Dash stayed in.
the bell rang, and he just said
To the
no
point
thanks.
where they had to open up the back gate and back him back out because he was
Wasn't
not.
gonna go
He wasn't
forward.
playing.
He's like, guys, this isn't for
This
me.
is not
No,
my
that was
job.
not his. That was not his
But
gig.
in other ways, he's been good for
He
you guys.
jumps very
Yeah.
large fences.
Yeah.
Dash, he's a sweetheart. It doesn't matter. He is full of personality. He's
It's like a giant puppy.
Yeah.
literally.
So to finish the conversation about Ashley and her competition, and I think it's part of what shapes her as a human being, is that she's very competitive on the show jumping circuit. We travel all up and down the East Coast with her showing in very, very competitive environments against adults over 3 and 4 foot fences, and it's a very difficult thing. It's like being it's a kind of an athlete that people don't really understand. I mean, being on a horse and jumping a 4 foot fence is not an easy thing to do.
It's not.
And Brandon and I are not going to be doing it.
I
don't have
can
the back
imagine
for it.
putting my
Yeah,
trust
no.
into
Yeah,
something
my
like
back
that,
was-
so it takes a lot of discipline for you
A
and
lot.
your horse, and probably for you guys to be so in tune that way.
They're a team.
Yeah.
They're a team.
It took us a long time to get that way.
Yeah.
I've had him for
That's
like
beautiful.
2 years.
2 years, and the first year it was just us getting to know each other and trusting each other.
And building up his stamina and
Yeah, for
teaching him
sure,
what he
for
needs
sure.
to do, what his new job is.
Routine.
And, yeah,
stuff like that.
routines. Yep,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Guys, we have an amazing crew here. If you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe. We're super
Please do.
excited. As you can see, we've already did our partnership. What about you?
Yes.
If you're looking for somewhere to go, Flying First Class Equestrian Center, right in Fairton, Upper Deerfield area, right?
Upper Deerfield, Bridgeton. Yep.
Bridgeton, Upper Deerfield.
Yep.
Tap in.
Keep
I
it
know
on
in
your socials.
Fairton there's a lot of farm area back there. So that's why I say that. A lot of people don't know you guys exist.
Yeah,
No,
Fox
yeah.
Road.
Yeah,
Fox
so
Road.
I always try to give the demographics of where I know the actual horse farms are.
Yeah.
So you guys can like get connected somehow. And that's the goal for VoiceBox, to get the connection, to do the marketing, to do the network, to bring light on what you guys have going on. We've been trying to get you in for an interview for quite some time.
I know. It's been a
So
little
I'm super
crazy.
excited. And like I always say, it's an honor to be in your presence just because of what you bring to the table, and not only to the dinner table, but to the table of social work and helping people, and what you're doing.
Yeah, and for the organizations,
Yes.
for the organizations that are out there, the youth organizations,
Exactly.
veterans organizations.
Take advantage.
Please reach out
They're
to
open
us.
to the public, and
We're
they're here to
very,
serve the
very
public.
creative. Yeah, we're
Yes.
very creative and very open to finding things that are going to make a difference. We donate eggs to Mayor Kelly. Shout out to Mayor Kelly.
Let's talk about it. So I found out that they actually donate eggs to, is it the soup kitchen?
It's his soup kitchen.
Yeah.
Mayor Kelly's soup kitchen.
Yeah, Mayor Kelly spends all of his own money to feed all
50 people, 50 families, 50 people.
families.
Yeah.
So what's your part in it?
We give them eggs every week. We give them 60 eggs every week. We're probably at about 1,500 to 2,000 eggs that we've donated
Wow.
this year. And
How amazing.
every Sunday we bring him eggs. And
That's really cool.
yeah,
And they are fresh laid right out of the coop.
Yeah. So it's very rewarding to us because he's doing some terrific work.
Absolutely. So I know everybody's taking over downtown. I heard you're taking over downtown.
We have an office downtown
Yep.
too. Yeah.
Office space.
Thank you.
Let's talk about what you guys have to offer out of there. How can they find you?
So we're
and your media handles.
So we're at 1416 East Commerce Avenue. We're on the 3rd floor. And you can reach out to me. My number is all over the place. Sarah's number is all over the place. Please call us anytime.
Or Facebook.
We hold, that's primarily a business office where we hold any meetings that aren't appropriate for being on the farm. Although oftentimes we meet at the farm because I think you have to see the farm to totally understand how it can work. But that gives us an opportunity to be right in the thick of things with the UEZ and all the organizations that are doing great work down there, and from United Advocacy Group to Hope Loft to you name it.
Tobias and Marisol
Rich,
Regina.
Tobias and Euphoria has been great. We work closely with a lot of people, but now we work closely with the Boys and Girls Club of Cumberland Cumberland County.
Rosemary
and
Debbie Capelli.
Debbie Capelli has helped us with
That was a Christian crew.
Yeah, they really stepping up. They really have.
Yeah. So they've helped a lot. And now that we're kind of settled there, our desire is to kind of reach out a little bit more to Vineland and Millville. I met with the Cumberland County Enterprise Zone this week, earlier this week.
The other day.
Met the Dawn from the Vineland Chamber of Commerce.
And
so,
Debbie?
No.
Denise?
Denise.
I know, yeah. There you go. Denise. Denise Jackson. Yeah, I would get there sometime.
Yeah, so we're trying now that we've got our foothold established to try to reach out. So we encourage anybody.
We're Switzerland.
Yeah, we're Switzerland.
Everybody is welcome. It doesn't matter. We're Switzerland. It's a neutral zone.
Yes.
We're a neutral zone.
It's a media outlet.
Real quick, can you tell them all your Instagram, Facebook, if you have any social media where they can find you?
We're on Facebook at Flying First Class Equestrian and Community Outreach Center. And we also have our website, which is www.flyingfirstclassequestrian.com.
Okay.
And that's all linked to our Instagrams. My handle on Facebook, and I'm very active on Facebook, but I try to.
Very
I'll take the hint, Brandon. that it's tied to our Instagram account too. So I try to make sure that I tag the farm page so that people, when they get all my emails or all my messages, that they see the farm page.
Yeah, people really need to see it though. Honestly, no joke. In all seriousness, for what you guys do and what you guys offer, they should be banging your door down.
There's nothing like being on the farm,
Yeah.
and it's hard to explain. And you can look at the overview pictures and you can look at what we do, but when you're there and you're face to face with
The
Zeus, or
opportunity.
your hands are on sugar, or you have
Oh, I love
Snapdragon jumping up on your leg. She's one of our goats. They're like dogs too.
They're
Or,
named after flowers. It's not like they're named after flowers.
All our goats are named after.
or they're out in the chicken coop collecting eggs, or they're feeding Hoover and stuff. The fish. They are. They're just.
They only want treats.
They're like dogs.
Don't we all?
Treats and
Yeah.
attention. Treats and attention. Right. Yeah.
Being out there and getting your hands on the animals and being face to face with them and just feeling their presence and just kind of being there. We've worked with some of the night school kids in Bridgeton, and just seeing that facade go away and
standing
see
face
kids,
to face with Zeus makes the armor fall off.
Yeah, he's 1,200 pounds and 6 feet tall at his shoulder. He's a big dude, and it's very disarming, and it makes everybody kind of at this level, even keel that is just really magical to see. So, being out there and being on the farm is a different experience, and it's hard to explain that.
What are some things that you guys have learned and experienced having people from, say, like, inner cities or people that
I think that's the biggest thing is when you get there, you have these kids that are labeled, and have this label about them and this persona that they try to give you as their front.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's learned.
I put them in a small area with a giant horse who's loose, and you can't be that way. You can't.
By the way, that's the thing. I mean, you can watch the transformation in their face because the horse will meet you where you are.
I turned it to a kid.
Yeah.
Or I hand over that lead line and say, okay, go walk him over there. And they're like, huh?
That's what I was doing.
And just to see that go away. Or like the goats, they come up and they're chewing on your clothes and they're in your face and they're jumping up on you like a dog. And they're like, what is going on? Well, they want your attention because the animals don't care. And I think that's like our number one thing is that the animals don't care who you are. They don't care if you were in trouble. They don't care if you don't have as much money as the kid standing next to you. They don't care if you have the cool shoes or the cool clothes. They just rely on who you are and the energy that you give.
They meet you where you are.
And they don't know your background or anything. They just know your background.
They just know standing in front of you. And it doesn't matter if it's a chicken, a goat, a horse, even our dogs who are very much part of what we do.
You met the
those
dogs.
are the
Lily and Lulu. They're big and they're loud. It's the same thing as the kids. They come out there with this front, but it's just not reality.
And then as soon as you're just like, oh, hi. Then they're like, oh, hi.
Let me show you where everything is.
I think just reinforce, it's a great question. What have we learned? I think it reinforced what we already knew and that folks are folks, first of all, and that when given the opportunity, we all want the same things. We all want the same things.
And to see it stripped away from these kids that feel like they have to act a certain way or be a certain way or carry themselves a certain way, I just really feel is magical. I don't have another word for it.
I was like,
that's a good
if
one.
I was in the school system, don't doubt it because that might be another season for me. But if I was in the school system, I would kind of make it like a mandatory thing.
We're working with a lot of the school systems.
Yeah, we are. We're working with the Bridgeton school system. We had all of the heads of the department, special ed, and the vocational teachers that take the kids from school to vocation, because they can learn a lot of things on a farm that have practical applications going forward. And so we try to create volunteer opportunities for the kids at the Boys and Girls Club. We now started the conversation with Big Brother and Big Sisters, and so I think there's a ton of opportunity, and we really encourage everybody to reach out and don't. You don't have to have the answer before you're sitting on the farm. Come to the farm and see what we got, and then tell us what you see. I mean, because we're really interested.
And we do work with kids with disabilities as well. I have autistic students. I have kids with other, special needs. And I have a very, very special pony in Sugar, who is my little pocket-sized pony. Some of you guys may have seen her at events.
Yeah.
We give a shout out to Sugar because Sugar goes everywhere with us and lets us dress her up and paint her different colors and whatever we need to do. Went through the foam party at the one time.
She was in the
foam.
Yeah,
She does whatever we need her to do.
She was in the foam.
But being a teacher, I was a teacher for a little while in Pennsylvania for multiple disabilities classroom, and I had kids in wheelchairs, and I took her to school one day because we take her everywhere, and she goes right up and interacts and doesn't, like we say, the horses don't don't
Yeah.
care.
They don't judge.
And they don't judge, and the kids were able to touch her and interact with her. And I've seen autistic children that are 8 and 9 years old that have never spoken, that say their first words to one of my horses. And those kinds of interactions that we get to be a part of are just
Soul
so
healing and
special.
life altering. It
Yeah.
really is for us. It really is.
I have a quick question for Ashley. I don't want to hold you guys too long, but
It's
I just want to know, can you give a word to maybe a teenager or a young girl or boy your age, and they're interested in getting involved and they don't
Tell
know
them why
what
they
to
should
do?
come.
Can you give them some advice?
Well, wait,
What would you say
I've
to
never
her?
heard
What
her.
would you say
I've
to
never
someone?
heard her short for words.
Yeah, we get deep towards the end of it.
I would-
Because I
was-
know you're always empowering, you're always focused, you always coming up with inventive
Don't be
ideas.
afraid, right?
If you met someone that wanted to do the things and be like you, what advice would you give them?
Jump in.
I would say that just if you come out here and you see what we have to offer and what is available to take advantage of, just come out and try it, because if you don't, it's okay. But I take a lot of enjoyment from doing all the stuff that we do here, and it's my motivation for when I'm doing all my stuff. Like I'm motivated to do the riding, I'm motivated to do the garden, I'm motivated to do all of this and help youth and help the community. That's
Absolutely.
So jump in and come out and try it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
jump in and come and
Just
try
jump
it.
in.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everyone who's watching on the other end. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Please reach out to
Flying First Class.
Equestrian Center.
Community
FFC.
outreach.
FFC is in the building. We are super honored to be in their presence. As you can see, we've collabed with them over quite some time, and we're looking forward to our future endeavors for
Yes.
sure. John, real quick.
Mhm. Yeah, it's your turn.
Yes.
Real quick, what is your mission and your purpose for Flying First Class?
Very great question. Very simple. It's to utilize what we've been fortunate to have and acquire to make the farm experience, whether it's animals, horses, gardens, community pond, to swimming pool, to hot tub, make it accessible and enjoyable and affordable to anybody who can benefit from being there. It's very simple. And we're not afraid to talk about almost anything. So when it comes to how to utilize the farm, so
Let people take food home too. I
we
thought
do.
that was
Yeah, we do. We
awesome
gave
that
them food. Yeah.
Yeah, we
If you include with the garden,
Yeah, we should mention my wife Kathy, who is the
Oh,
who
shout out
is
to Kathy. We love
Ca-
Kathy.
Kathy's the holder down of the fort, and she the kids that come from David and Lewis that
David
come
and Lewis,
from the terrific come from the
for
from
Boys
the
and
Cumberland
Girls
County
Club.
Boys and Girls Club. They come almost every week and help me with the things that the old man can no longer do on the farm. And we pay them a little money, and they do quite a bit of work. And then Kathy always feeds them lunch. And the highlight is
amazing.
what's Kathy going to make for lunch?
They come and they're like, "What's for lunch?"
Yeah, when they come in, they say, "What's for lunch?"
We have this, and then she's like,
I'm just gonna
"Sure."
do a random text one day saying, "Hey, what's for lunch?"
What's
Yeah,
for lunch?
I'm available. What's
Saturday or Sunday, you just hit it up because
Yeah.
it'll be
Yeah.
something.
We might hand you a shovel or a rake or something.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We enjoyed our conversation. For all the viewers, I hope you had as much fun as we had. We're super excited to be partnering with FFC. I'm gonna make that stick. Isn't that a good thing, huh?
CEC.
Oh, and we have
CCC.
our awards banquet for our horse show coming up. I'm going to just throw this
yes,
out there really quick. Because we're a 501c3, we are accepting any raffle baskets that any of the local businesses want to put out there to be exposed to a different set of people that maybe wouldn't know you. Our banquet's on February 28th. So if you want to make a donation and you want to put a basket together, you just reach out to me and we will figure that out and get that together. We have a lot of local people that are already putting stuff together, including some of our competitors that are going to be making donations. So if anybody is interested in that, please let me know.
Absolutely, guys. You know I love a good initiative. Here we go. I'm challenging my viewers. If you have anything you want to contribute, please feel free to reach out to VoiceBox Media Group or Flying First Class.
We'll put it in our basket.
Yeah, and guess what? We are actually going to commit to donate in a basket.
Oh, thank you.
Sponsored by
That's nice.
VoiceBox.
Thank you.
Thank
We're
you,
gonna
guys.
give first. If anyone else is interested, feel free to reach out to us, and we'll get you to the correct location.
I know Just Jessie is I know she's one of your partners. She's making a basket for us as well.
Jesse exhibited at one of our shows. I think.
Yeah.
So
So before we wrap up, I just want to ask you one of our signature questions that is
I feel like we
appropriate
should
at
ask
the
Sarah.
time.
yes, Sarah.
Uh-oh.
Put the pressure on her. Put the pressure on her.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
What's
So,
Hit me with
so
it.
we have two questions. The first question is for everyone, and it's how can VoiceBox Media Group help you?
Okay. So that one first.
Yep.
I think you guys have tremendously already.
Thank you.
Both being at the garden and the block party interviews and having us here today, huge exposure.
Rallying support is for any of the programs is always valuable.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
You
that's
guys do that very well.
It's our
that's,
job.
that's what I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Just
our job.
getting the word out there that we're here is the biggest thing that we can do, because once we get you to the farm, most people don't want to leave. So
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, so this question we're going to do specifically for Sarah. This is going to wrap up our interview.
okay.
One of our signature
Don't
questions that
screw
we
it up,
ask
huh?
everyone is, what advice would you give to your 16-year-old self?
Oh, my 16-year-old self. A lot lot of different
Wow.
advice. I don't know if anyone else
It could be directed at this one at the same
This is good for all of our viewers. You guys know we do a lot of
Yeah.
mentoring.
Yes.
We do a lot of coaching
Yeah.
here. So we sometimes have a lot of
Younger viewers
that
yeah,
come in just
definitely.
for this specific question at the end of our interview.
Okay, so
we like to
I have to tag in a little bit. Our name comes from my horse, who I had from the time I was, I think, 12, up until this year. So I had him for 31 years.
His name was Flying First Class.
His
by the
name
way.
was Flying First Class. So that's where our farm name comes from.
that's super cool.
And we knew we were coming to the end. Nike, that was his barn name, was Nike. So our horses have a special fancy show name and then their barn name. So Nike was 34, which is very old.
Almost as old as me.
150.
Like 120
Older
years
than
old. So we knew we were coming up to the end of our time with Nike. So when we purchased this property last March, that was one of the ways that we kind of included him in the future of what we have going on, because
That's beautiful.
it was him that did this for me. And we went through a lot of things together, because I grew up with him. So I think what I would tell my 16-year-old self is to not give up and to know that your path is right. And to keep your eye forward at the light at the end of the tunnel, because sometimes things get dark, but that light is down there and there is better things, and to just keep trying and not give up, because you'll get there. And
Absolutely.
I think I would tell you the same thing.
I think we do.
Yes, I do tell you that all the time.
That's wonderful, guys. We have Flying First Class in the building.
Yes.
If you haven't already, reach out to them. We are super honored to have you in the building in a well-deserved interview.
Thank you. Thank you for having
I hope
us.
you had as much fun as we
We
did
This is a good one.
interviewing you. We feel free to reach out with any future endeavors that you have, and we are fully supporting Flying First Class Equestrian.
Thank you.
Awesome.
We look forward to working with you guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank
How
you,
about
everybody.
it?
Thank
How
you.
about it?
Thank you.
Another episode of VoiceBox Radio. Guys, we are here. We ain't going nowhere.
Oh boy, don't sing.
Don't say.
Another episode after
Until
this.
next time. Until next time, family.